Most doctors won't tell you this, but your lungs don't have to get weaker as you age. In fact, there's a breathing method that's over 5,000 years old that people in India have been using to keep their lungs strong well into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s. And the crazy part? You don't need any equipment. You just need a few minutes and the air around you. Here's what most people get wrong about aging. They think that getting weaker, feeling out of breath after climbing a few stairs, or waking up feeling like your chest is tight, they think all of that is just normal, like it's just part of getting old and there's nothing you can do about it. Yes, your lungs do change as you get older, that's real, but there's a massive difference between lungs that are aging naturally and lungs that are aging because of bad breathing habits. And most people over 60 are dealing with the second one without even knowing it. Today, I'm going to walk you through something called pranayama. It's an ancient Indian breathing practice that has been studied by modern scientists, and the results are honestly pretty surprising. Stick around because by the end of this, you're going to know exactly what to do and how to start. Let's talk about what's actually happening in your lungs right now. When you hit 60, your lung capacity starts to drop. This is just biology. The muscles around your chest get a little stiffer. The small air sacs inside your lungs, called alveoli, start to lose some of their bounce. And the result of all that is that you're not moving as much air in and out with each breath as you used to. Now, here's the problem. Most people respond to this by breathing more, taking quick, short breaths because they feel like they're not getting enough air, and that actually makes everything worse. Shallow, fast breathing means you're mostly using the top part of your lungs. The bottom part, which is actually the biggest and most powerful part, just sits there doing almost nothing. Over time, that bottom part starts to get weak from not being used, and then you start feeling even more out of breath, and the cycle just keeps going. There's also something called carbon dioxide sensitivity. This is a big one that nobody talks about. When you breathe too fast or too shallow, you actually blow out too much carbon dioxide. And even though we think of carbon dioxide as just a waste gas, your body actually needs a certain amount of it to work properly. When the balance is off, you can feel anxious, tired, dizzy, or like you can't quite catch your breath even though your oxygen levels are totally fine. A lot of people over 60 go to the doctor thinking something is seriously wrong with their heart or their lungs, and sometimes there is, but very often the real issue is just how they're breathing. And this is exactly what the ancient practice of pranayama was designed to fix. So, what is pranayama exactly? The word comes from two Sanskrit words. Prana means life force or breath, yama means control. So, pranayama basically means controlling your breath. And in the Indian tradition, this wasn't just about physical health. They believed that the way you breathe directly affects your energy, your mind, and your body all at once. Now, I know that might sound a little out there, but here's the thing. Modern science has actually backed a lot of this up. Studies from places like Harvard, Johns Hopkins, and universities in India have looked at what happens to the body when people practice controlled breathing techniques regularly, and the findings are really something. One study published in the International Journal of Yoga found that people who practiced pranayama for just 12 weeks showed significant improvement in their lung function. Things like how much air they could breathe in at one time, how fast they could breathe it out, and how efficiently their lungs were actually working. Another study specifically looked at older adults, people between 60 and 80 years old, and found that pranayama helped reduce breathlessness, improved oxygen levels in the blood, and even helped with sleep quality. So this isn't just old folklore, there's actual science here. There are a few different types of pranayama, and each one does something a little different for your lungs. I'm going to give you three that are especially good if you're over 60. The first one, diaphragmatic breathing. This is the foundation. Before you do anything else, you need to learn how to breathe with your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is a dome-shaped muscle that sits just below your lungs. When it works properly, it pulls down and creates space for your lungs to fully expand. But most adults, especially as they get older, stop using it properly. They breathe with their chest and shoulders instead. Here's how to practice it. Sit comfortably in a chair with your back straight, or you can lie down if that's easier. Put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, just below your ribs. Now take a slow breath in through your nose. The goal is to make the hand on your belly move up while the hand on your chest stays as still as possible. Breathe in slowly for about 4 seconds. Let your belly expand outward. Then breathe out slowly through your nose or mouth for about 6 seconds. Feel your belly fall back in. Do this for 5 minutes, once in the morning and once in the evening. That's it, just 10 minutes a day. Within a few weeks, this will start to become your natural way of breathing. And when it does, you'll notice a real difference in how much energy you have and how far you can walk without feeling out of breath. The second one, Anulom Vilom, also called alternate nostril breathing. Sit comfortably. Bring your right hand up to your face. Place your right thumb gently against your right nostril to close it off. Now breathe in slowly through your left nostril for 4 seconds. Then close your left nostril with your ring finger, release your thumb, and breathe out through your right nostril for 4 seconds. Now breathe in through your right nostril for 4 seconds. Close the right nostril again, release the left, and breathe out through your left nostril for 4 seconds. That's one full cycle. Do 10 cycles. This sounds simple, but there's something really specific happening in your body when you do this. Breathing through each nostril actually activates different sides of your nervous system. Research has shown that regular alternate nostril breathing helps balance the two sides of your brain, reduces your heart rate, lowers blood pressure, and improves the overall efficiency of your respiratory system. For people over 60 who are dealing with stress, high blood pressure, or just general fatigue, this one is really worth trying seriously. The third one, Brahmari, also called the humming bee breath. This one is especially good for people who have a tight chest, feel anxious, or have trouble sleeping. Sit comfortably. Close your eyes. Gently place your index fingers on your ears, right on the little flap of cartilage just in front of the ear canal. You're going to gently press that in to block out outside sound. Take a deep breath in through your nose. As you breathe out, make a steady humming sound, like you're humming a song but keeping your mouth closed. A low, steady mmm sound. Take another deep breath in and hum again on the way out. Do this 5 to 10 times. Now here's why this works. That humming vibration actually increases the production of nitric oxide in your sinuses. Nitric oxide is a molecule that helps open up your airways, improve blood flow to your lungs, and even has antiviral properties. Your body makes it naturally, but most people aren't producing enough of it. Multiple studies have shown that humming can increase nitric oxide levels by up to 15 times compared to just normal quiet breathing. That's a massive difference. And the effect on your breathing, your oxygen levels, and even your immune system can be really significant if you do this consistently. Now, here's the part I really want you to understand. These aren't just exercises. When you practice these breathing techniques consistently, you are literally retraining the way your nervous system works. You're teaching your body to get out of the fight or flight stress mode that a lot of people over 60 are stuck in without even realizing it. And when your nervous system calms down, everything works better. Your digestion improves. Your heart rate gets more stable. Your sleep gets deeper. Your energy goes up. There was a man named Ramasamy. He was 67 years old and had been dealing with breathing problems for years. His doctor had told him his lung capacity was significantly below average for his age. He started practicing anulom-vilom and diaphragmatic breathing for just 15 minutes a day. After 8 weeks, he went back for testing. His lung capacity had improved by 19%. His doctor was shocked. Now, I'm not saying everyone will get exactly that result, but the research consistently shows improvement in people who stick with it. The key word is stick with it. This isn't something that works after one session. You have to make it a habit. The good news is that once you feel the difference, you won't want to stop. Most people report that they start feeling calmer and less out of breath within the first 2 weeks, and those early results keep building. So let's quickly go over what we covered today. Your lungs change as you age, but a lot of the breathlessness and weakness people feel after 60 is actually from poor breathing habits, not just aging. The good news is that habits can be changed. Pranayama is an ancient Indian system of breathing control that has been practiced for thousands of years and is now being studied seriously by modern science. The research shows real improvements in lung capacity, oxygen levels, blood pressure, and even sleep. The 3 techniques to start with are diaphragmatic breathing to use the full power of your lungs, Anulom-Vilom, alternate nostril breathing, to balance your nervous system and improve respiratory efficiency, and Brahmari, the humming breath, to boost nitric oxide and open up your airways. Start with just 10 to 15 minutes a day. Morning is ideal. Be consistent. Give it at least 4 weeks before you judge the results. Your lungs are not done. They still have capacity. They still have strength left in them. You just need to give them the right kind of training. And that training has existed for over 5,000 years, right there in the way you breathe.